everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. It's been a while. So I decided to take January off just because of a bunch of different factors. So I don't think I said today's video is going to be a book collection. Now I got a bunch of books for Christmas, as you would have seen from my what I got for Christmas video, and during the first lockdown in 2020 I got back into reading. I'm going to show you my book collection, so yeah, I will warn you, it is mainly, a lot of it is YA fiction. I have a couple of non-fiction books, and I have a couple of classics that I got for Christmas. There is some like children's ones as well that I still have because I don't want to part with them because they have a lot of memories. But I'll talk to you about that in the clip where I'm showing you all my books. So yeah, so here is the top row of my bookcase. It's this lovely red colour. This is just a bookcase I've had for years, so I haven't had the time to change it out, but hopefully at some point once I move out or go to uni I'll be able to get a slightly more, not as bright bookcase. It was before I did, because I recently did a bit of a clear out of my book. Basically, before I all cleared this out, this used to be my YouTuber book shelf, and so all my YouTuber books used to be on here because I used to have quite a few before I did it in my clear out. But now I've got ones that I'm more likely to read again on there, but I've also kind of mixed it up. There's obviously a great range in here. But yeah, so from left to right we have Dan and Phil Go Outside, The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire. Then I have all of the Username Evie books. After the Username Evie series we have Silka's Journey. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, please correct me. Next to Silka's Journey we have Jack Edwards' The Universe. And then next we have one of my favourite books, which is Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. Next to Good Omens we have Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, which I was heavily recommended for quite a few years, I think, by one of my best friends, and I finally got around to reading it last year and I really enjoyed it, and obviously at the end I've got Wayward Son, which is the sequel. And then next to that we have The Fault in Our Stars. Next to that we have Love, Simon and Leah on the Offbeat, which are both really good. They're both really good YA novels in my opinion. And then next to that we have What If It's Us. Next to What If It's Us we have Americana, The Colour Purple, and Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. You can see on the top, I have had to put Coraline by Neil Gaiman on top, just because I didn't want to mix in, because I have a TBR row which you will see. So that's just on the top there until I've read most of those books and can kind of reorganise everything. And then underneath we've got two kind of Auschwitz series. They are by different people. So we've first got Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris, and then we have got The Saboteur of Auschwitz by Colin Rushton. We have The Book Thief, a new one with the war theme, where I have Archie's War. And this is kind of a book I won in a competition. I never really got around to reading until last year, but it's a kind of more children's book. As I said, there is a range in here. But yeah, and then after Archie's War we have Sally Rooney's Normal People. After that I then have this My Chemical Romance kind of biography kind of book thing that I got for a birthday. And finally on the shelf we have Wayward Son. So we now move on to kind of what I call like franchise self, well, kind of mentally. So on the shelf we have Harry Potter, we have a bunch of Roald Dahl books, and then we also at the end, I don't know how well you can see it, we have the Narnia book series. Finally, in terms of books, well mainly, we have my to be read kind of shelf. So these are a lot of books I got for Christmas, which I am planning on reading. So the first book we have is Stardust. After that I have Stephen Fry's Mythos and Stephen Fry's Heroes, and then I have Little Woman. I'll just show you the cover because I think it's a very nice and simplistic cover. So it's basically this colour. It's the Penguin English Library edition. And yeah, got this for Christmas. Next up I have the Great Gatsby of this, I think it's Wordsworth edition. But yeah, it's basically this beautiful hardback cover that I saw when I was looking at Great Gatsby, and ever since I watched the movie I really wanted to read this, but yeah, I just love the cover, and yeah. Now we go on to the kind of classics edition, the classic stories I have, and these are all in, these are cloth bound classics kind of editions, so they have these beautiful covers. If you want to see the covers in more detail, if you go to my What I Got for Christmas video, you will see them in their full glory. But so the first one we have is the Iliad, followed up by the Odyssey, and then next up we have Frankenstein, and then after that we have The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. We have Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. This is one of my dad's favourite musicals. And then we move on to another non-fiction book, which is Alexander Hamilton. And then after that we have the Anne of Green Gables collection. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below and subscribe. So I love you and leave you all. I hope to see you next week for another video. It's going to be, I think, if everything goes alright, it's going to be a kind of slightly Valentine's Day themed video. Only very slightly, because I am very single. But yeah, anyway, I love you all. Bye.